So, guys, thanks you so much for being here. I know sometimes for some of us it might be getting a little late, and that's kind of how it goes sometimes when we're doing these kinds of things. But welcome, 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 and welcome to releasing more poverty mindset so that we can activate and open up to more abundance, activate and actualize more abundance. So, really bring it into actualization, not into just thinking about it, but like, let's bring it home. Let's bring it in. Yay, says Catherine. She's got her little cheering emoji going. So, we're going to stay to time today. We're going to stay to like no more than an hour because I've got a full schedule this week. So I'm just going to invite you to go ahead and put in the chat your intention. When I say releasing poverty mindset and opening up and activating abundance, whatever's coming up for you today, because we change, we grow, we shift, we become more aware. So each time we do this, there's a new awareness that you are. So what are you today that you're ready to release, you're ready to activate, and you're ready to open up to more? So putting that into the intention would be great. I'll let you guys do that over the next few minutes, and I will get you guys ready to start with the neurosomatic breath. We're going to change the brain around money and abundance and poverty mindset. And we're going to change it now. So while you're thinking about your intention, what you'd like to get out of our time together today, I'm going to invite you to also get ready and settled so that we can start with the activating breath with this neurosomatic breath right away. So, getting comfortable in your chair and notice 2 points of contact you have with the chair here. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Notice 2 points of contact you have with the chair or the sofa or whatever you're sitting on or leaning on. And notice 1 point you might have with the floor. So notice 3 points in all and just be present with them. Taking a deep breath in and out. And now I'd like you to imagine in your mind your intention coming true. So get the picture of what it would look like for your intention to come true. And if you don't get pictures, get a sense of it. Get a sense of what it would be like for your intention to come true. What's the energy of the intention? What that would mean. And when you have that, bring it down to your heart. What would it feel like in your heart for this to come true? What would it feel like in your heart for this to come true? So go with what is positive there. Go with what is like going to create greater and let yourself expand that energy and fill your whole heart area. And then expand it even greater and fill your whole chest area, all the way to the back of the spine. Now go ahead and expand it and fill your whole upper body from the spine going all the way up to the shoulders, up into the neck, into the head. And let it circle in the head. Let it go into the bones, into the nerves, into the tissues, into the muscles, into the fascia. Go ahead and let it go deep, right into the bones, right into all areas, into the joints. And let it come down now, this positive energy, down your face to your eyes. Let it go around your eyes and go to the back of the eyes and go around the back of the eyes and then into the front of the eyes and then through the eyes and down your face, now down to the cheeks and below the cheeks into the soft area, into the jawline, and then around your lips, the top of the lips and the bottom of the lips, the whole lips, and then the whole jaw area, all the way to the ears, all the way down the neck, and all the way down the front of the neck, right down to your collarbones, to the shoulders, and go right into the shoulders. Go deep into the shoulders, into the bones, into the shoulder blades at the back, into the rib cage at the front, and allow the energy go down the arms now, the front and the back of each arm to your elbow, circulating your elbow, and down the front and the back of each arm to the wrist, circulating the wrist, and going right into the hands, going the front and the back of each hand to each finger and to each fingertip. So now let's go and let this energy go down and feel the lower body from the spine, going down the spine to the mid back, circulating around the mid back, down to the lower back, circulating around the lower back into the sacrum area, into down to the tailbone. Now let's let that energy come to the front of the torso, the middle of the body. So not only your chest is filled with this energy, but let the rest of your torso be filled, all the rib cage, the liver and the spleen and the whole intestinal area, including the stomach, and in the back, the kidneys and the adrenals, letting that infuse the whole middle of the body, the torso, going into the pelvis area, filling the whole pelvic area, all the glands, all the organs, everything that's there, the tissues, the nerves, the muscles, the whole pelvic area into the hips, and now the front and the back of each leg to the knees, and the front and back of each leg to the ankles, and the front and the back of each leg to the feet, the soles of the feet, the bottom of the feet, the top of the feet, and the whole, both feet. So that your whole body's infused with this energy, your whole body. And let yourself infuse the energy into your 50 trillion cells if you wish, so that you're informing the very tiny cells, giving them this vibration, this possibility, this information. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes, and we'll start with the breath. And just notice what that was like for you. And so I'll count to five, and we'll start the breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and exhale all the air out of the lungs through the mouth. Mouth in, mouth out. Mouth in, nose out. Stretch your breath, nose in, nose out, nose in, mouth out. Relaxing it all out. Shh. Mouth in, filling to the top, and mouth out, relaxing it all out. Shh. Now, mouth in slow, about 5 seconds. Nose out slow. Nose in medium speed. Nose out medium. Nose in fast. Mouth out fast. Mouth in medium. Mouth out medium. Relaxing it all out. Shh. Last round. Mouth in slow. Nose out slow. Nose in medium speed. Nose out medium. Nose in fast. Mouth out fast. Mouth in medium. Filling to the top. And last one, mouth out medium. Relaxing it all out. Shh. Hold your breath Press your feet into the floor. Imagine roots growing from your feet through the floor, building into the earth. Take a half breath through your mouth. Drop your head, neck, shoulders, arms, and hands. Stretch however you'd like. Breathe normally. And the last step is for you to notice what you're noticing here now. Notice what you're noticing here now. Notice if anything has changed from before the breath to now. And notice if not the breath, notice what's happening in your body. So who wants to come off mute and share?
I'm sure that
Thanks, Ika.
um, towards the end of that, I noticed a desire for my body to move around more and stretch more than where the physical environment that I'm currently sitting in is allowing for.
Amazing. That's great awareness. You're really becoming present to your body and you're aware what your body wants. That's awesome, Iko. And so would you say that so you guys can give me a thumbs up if it's a yes. Are you lighter? Heavier is a thumbs down, and about the same as just this. Okay, we got two thumbs up,
Later.
so lighter. Great. Thanks, Iko. Catherine, what's going on for you? Are you lighter, heavier, about the same?
I'm more tired. I feel more tired.
Mhm.
Um, I also feel more relaxed.
Well, that's kind of what this breath helps you to be more present with yourself. So if you are if you're tired underneath, you'll be present with that. Yeah. And Cameron, I'm not sure if you're able to come off mute and let us know how you're doing, but please feel free to do that. Great.
I'm partway through relaxing. Kind
Great. That's
yeah,
awesome. Wonderful. Okay.
thank you.
You're welcome. So if anybody else wants to put in their intention in the chat, we're going to start going through them to clear so we can activate even more abundance. So Lucie says to release control and to clear calculation mindset. Okay. So we don't know what that is. We don't know what it is to control with our minds and to be so calculating. We don't know what that is at all, right, everybody? So this one's for all of us. So everything coming up as I read that, I'll read it 2 times to release control and clear the calculation mindset. So all the way your mind calculates to release control and to clear the way the mindset calculates. Would you be willing to destroy and create all that? Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, 100 choice boys, poveds, creations, bases, and beyonds. Do you want to come off mute, Lucie, and I'll ask you some questions?
Yeah.
And so, Lucie, if you were to release control and clear your calculation mindset, what would happen? Who would you be?
Happier, easiest to be in a relationship with others, because when you calculate, you're not present.
That's a
So
good one.
thing like that. Yeah.
Okay, so everything coming up, as she says, when you calculate, you can't be present. Everything coming up, can we destroy and create that?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, 100 shorts, boys, poveds, creations, bases, and beyonds. And so everywhere we're all doing a relationship by trying to calculate how to be in the relationship instead of being in the relationship. Can we go ahead and destroy and create that?
Yeah.
It's right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, 100 short boys, poveds, creations, bases, and beyonds. And all the cognitive dissonance that creates about like being present in a relationship, yet trying to calculate and figure out how to be, what's the best way to be in this relationship? How do I need to navigate this? All the cognitive dissonance connecting to that. Would you be willing to destroy and uncreate that?
Yeah.
Wrong, Good and Bad, Puck and Pato, 100 Short Boys, Poveds, Creations, Bases, and Beyonds.
Calculation is also for what someone give to me and what I give to them. So there's not there's an expression in with Access. I don't remember it. Just you go for the best. I don't remember the expression.
I don't know which one it is.
Yeah.
So are you saying that you're both doing calculation?
Yeah, for example, I traveled with someone and I was calculating he spent that and I spent that, and often I feel that I give more than the other.
Right.
I spend more and the others spend less, and I'm often in this kind of relationship. I give more than I receive,
Gotcha.
and maybe I receive from someone else or whatever, but my mind,
Yes.
yeah.
Awesome, Lucy. So everything coming up when Lucy's talking about that for all of us, would you be willing to destroy and create that?
Yeah.
Wrong, Good and Bad, Puck and Pato, 100 Shorts, Boys, Poveds, Creations, Bases, and Beyonds. And everywhere it is, money is controlling you. Money is controlling who you be in that moment, and money controls what you decide. I'm going to decide to calculate. Okay, I'm going to compare everything coming up when money has that much control over us, and we go ahead and destroy and uncreate that. And would you be willing to stop that? Would you be willing to fire yourself from doing that job over and over and over again, where you let the money be the boss of you?
Yeah.
So revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim yourself, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create any and all of that from any lifetime, dimension, or reality.
Yeah.
So like I said in the previous week, I'm going to put it here in the chat. What I'm doing here is I'm using the Access Consciousness clearing statement called the clearing statement, theclearingstatement.com. I'm putting that in the chat. So you can go and listen to Dane and Simone, Dane here and Simone Millicis talk about what the actual clearing statement does. Their video is a half hour, but it takes about 20 minutes to describe all the intricacies and the incredible depth that this clearing creates for all of us. So I'm just going to say it and use it. If you want to know more, go ahead and go to theclearingstatement.com. So everything coming up, can we destroy and create all of that?
Yeah.
Wrong, Good and Bad, Puck and Pato, 100 Shorts, Boys, Poveds, Creations, Bases, and Beyonds.
Spirit of generosity.
Yes. Generosity. Spirit of generosity. Generosity?
Spirit of... You know what I mean.
Generosity.
Yeah.
Sound funny. Such a spirit of generosity. Generosity spirit. Sounds
I don't remember which.
It is a generosity of spirit, yes.
Yeah.
That brings so much ease when you are in the state of being so generous. Your spirit, you're in this generosity of spirit. You're so open and flowing, and there's so much ease, and you're not in the contraction and limitation and the calculating. You're just flowing, right?
Yeah.
So everything that keeps you from being in that generosity of spirit for anything, any kind of ways, not just around money, but around kindness and around help and around gratitude and around, offering support. Would you all be willing to revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim yourself, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create any and all of that limitation and that poverty mindset of not entering into generosity of spirit?
Yeah.
Nice. Right, Wrong, Good and Bad, Puck and Pato, 100 Shorts, Boys, Poveds, Creations, Bases, and Beyond. Nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
How does that feel to you, Lucy?
Vortexing.
Am I Lucy? I had a moment like that today.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for coming. I always appreciate having you here, Lucy. Okay, so Lucy started us off with a bang. And so let's move on to Eco. Eco, do you want to come off mute? Releasing the old comfort of just surviving and activating financial flow of $3,000 a month. So everything coming up when I read that out, would you be willing to destroy and create anything and everything coming up for you, Eco, but for all of us?
Yes.
Breath in and out, right, wrong, good and bad, puck and potter, 100 shorts, boys, poveds, creations, bases, and beyonds. Okay, so everywhere we talked about comfort the other week, right? So everywhere we might not even realize how much we stay in our comfort zone, how much we're not choosing to go beyond the comfort zone. And that's where the growth is. That's where the possibilities lie when we start allowing ourselves to move out of the comfort. So everything getting stirred up when I say that, would you be willing to destroy and create that? Right.
Yes.
Awesome. Right, wrong, good and bad, puck and paddle, 100 shorts, boys, poveds, creations, bases, and beyonds. And so for everyone, would you be willing to move out of your comfort zone and reach for more money, more abundance, more clients, more joy, more connections, whatever that means for you? Would you be willing to take that one step and go for more?
Yes.
Awesome. Deep breath in, right, wrong, good and bad, puck and potter, 100 shorts, boys, poveds, creations, bases, and beyonds. So everywhere you aligned and agreed with surviving, everywhere, whether it's people around you, whether it's the news or TV shows, or whether it is comes from your family, your mother, your father, your grandparents, anyone, where you aligned and agreed with surviving. Oh, as long as we're just surviving, as long as we make it, as long as we get to the end of the week and everything's paid for. Everywhere you're taking on other people's um, poverty mindset and limiting yourself to just surviving, would you be willing to revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim yourself, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create any and all of that from any lifetime, dimension, or reality?
Yes.
Nice. Deep breath in and out. Right, wrong, good and bad, puck and potter, 100 shorts, boys, poveds, creations, bases, and beyonds. Ooh, I like that one. That's giving me a little bit of energy.
And
So,
also what's coming up for me is
yeah.
letting go, feeling obligated or compelled to do the things that people think I should do or could do that are outside of my alignment with my highest joy and my own fulfillment.
Okay, great one there, Eco. So all of those projections and expectations you're perceiving coming at you about who you need to be and who you better not be and who you should be and who you shouldn't be and what you should do and what you shouldn't do and what you need to target and what you need not target and what's possible for you and what's not possible for you and what can change for you and what can't change. Would you be willing to destroy and create all of that? This is for everyone.
Yes.
Nice. Deep breath in, right, wrong, good and bad, puck and potter, 100 shorts, boys, poveds, creations, bases, and beyonds. Awesome. How are you doing, Eco?
I feel happier and more open in my heart, my chest, and gratitude.
Yay, I love it. Yay, that's huge. So let's do a little bit more. So maybe we can all have a little bit more of an opening in our hearts and a little bit more gratitude. Thank you for calling that out, for naming that, Eco. So everywhere the poverty mindset is actually in our hearts. where it limits our hearts. It limits our heart's capacity to receive, where it actually, we have these little doors or the walls, and we'll like let the door open like just that much instead of being like fully open to the possibilities of abundance from the universe. Would you be willing to destroy and create whatever's coming up now? Right, wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all 100 shorts, boys, povits, creations, bases, and beyonds. Phew. And so, what could be possible for all of us in having more appreciation and gratitude in our heart for us, first and foremost? Because, we have a default of wrongness and a default of not being good enough. Pretty much all of us
Being in
do.
flow, in connection, and trusting in my intuitive knowing.
Beautiful. And anything get in the way of that, would you be willing to destroy and create that, Eco? And all of us?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, puck and potto, 100 shorts, boys, povits, creations, bases, and beyond. Shh. Let's do that one again. What would it take for you to have more what would it take for you to have more of an abundant heart? What would it take for you to um saw off the wooden doors to your heart, pull away, break the chains that keep your heart closed, or whatever it is? What would it take to release the heart, the doors that keep your heart from flowing openly, so you can have more of an abundant heart? And that means that you can create more abundance in your life. What would it take? All of you, think about it.
Trusting in the love and accept myself, and thereby allowing myself to believe that that love and acceptance will be reflected by the people that I'm drawn to and connect with.
Amazing. So having more love and acceptance for yourself, and 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 hmm. And what if you would you be
And
willing?
trusting in connection and open with others.
I know. And what if so Eco, if you were to be loving and accepting of you, how would that impact your life? Or I should say, if you were loving and accepting, if you were more loving and accepting of you and your body and your life and your skills and your gifts and what you're doing, how do you think that would impact others around you? This is good for all of us.
I would be feeling free, open, joyous, happy, blissful, and in other people getting to witness me in my happiness, joy, and bliss, it gives them permission to actually be happy and joyful and pursue what really matters and opens their heart and connect with that.
Wow. Wow. Do you guys feel that energy? The little tingles all over? That's amazing, Eco. So, so Eco, in all of us, anything that's getting in the way of that, of being that and allowing that to be created in the world for yourself and others, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate all that?
Yes, absolutely.
Everybody, deep breath in and out. Right, wrong, good and bad, puck and potter, 100 shorts, boys, povits, creations, basic. Cool. How does that feel to you, Eco?
Feels pretty good. There's something of a little bit of a pang in of like pain that I've noticed in the right part of my heart chakra, and I'm not quite sure what that is about. I like to be able to release that pain too.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and do
I
that.
think it's the pain of protection and work.
Yeah, good call. So let's go ahead. Everything that is, everything you've named, everything that's underneath it, all the unconsciousness, let's go ahead and release all of that. Deep breath in and out. Right, wrong, good and bad. Puck and Potter 100. Shorts, boys, poveds, creations, bases, and beyond. Shh. And anywhere we have any resistance left over, you know, it's going to happen. Puck and Pod. But anywhere we have any resistance or reaction that's keeping us from fully being present, fully being open, fully being willing to attract that abundance, would you be willing to acknowledge that and allow it to be a process and allow it to be okay?
Yes.
Nice. Beautiful. Well done. You get a heart.
Gratitude for your guidance.
Oh, you're so welcome, Eco. That was awesome. That was
Thank
very cool. We're getting into some pretty good stuff here, guys. Yeah. Catherine, you want to come off mute? I am worthy and help those facing surgery. The certainty that they will recover faster, diminish pain, need less pain medicine, strengthen their immune system, and that they will achieve a full and complete recovery. My clients are thrilled with their progress and love sharing their experience with friends and family. Awesome. Awesome. Good evening, Doreen. Thanks for joining us. If you want, you can place your intention into the chat. We're just clearing out the intentions now. Nice to see you. So, Catherine, yes, anything getting in the way of you being this, fully in your fullness, radiating it out, you know, and having the effect and creating the change for yourself and others in the way that you've named here, would you be willing to destroy and create anything getting in the way of that?
Yes, please.
Deep breath in and out, right, wrong, good and bad, puck and pod, all 100 shorts, boys, poveds, creations, bases, and beyonds. So go ahead.
Pardon me for interrupting. And one of and especially since I see this, I want this, I can imagine this and view it. And at the same time, there's this other part of me that I'm aware of that is hiding from this. And like, I'm not aligned at all. So I'm going nowhere.
That's really great awareness. That is such good awareness. I'm reading that over in the next part here. I have awareness that I'm hiding and I want to get rid of anything I use to run away and keep myself from reaching towards growth and prosperity. This is so brilliant because we all have parts that hide. We all have parts of us that are hiding us. There are parts of us that are hiding our genius, our gifts, and our potency, and there are parts that are just wanting to stay small and not for us not to expand and be the greatness that we can be the fullness that we're meant to be. There's so many parts that like to hide. So I'm so glad you brought this up. So everything getting stirred up when I talk about this, all the parts that are hiding, you know, we see you, we acknowledge you, we know that you've been helpful to our growth, and also we're okay. We can take charge of our lives now. We don't need you to keep parts of us hiding anymore. So everything coming up as I say all this, would you be willing to release whatever's coming up?
Yes.
Deep breath in and out, right, wrong, good and bad, puck and pod, all 100, shorts, boys, poveds, creations, bases, and beyonds. And everywhere it's like a system, a family system, it's an intergenerational legacy of hiding. Would you be willing to revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim yourself, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create anywhere you aligned and agreed with the lineage, everywhere you align and agree with the culture or the lineage, or even if it's unsaid, but there's a way in which you hide. We hide in the family. We hide this. We hide that. Everywhere, and maybe that's also cultural. Maybe that comes from the old country, or maybe that comes from great, 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 great grandparents. So everything that is, would you be willing to revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim yourself, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate anywhere you aligned and agreed with it or resisted and reacted to it that still has you locked into it?
Yes,
Nice.
absolutely.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Deep breath
Yay.
out.
I am ready to surpass my mother who told me since I was 4 years old that it would never happen. I am ready.
Pock and pod that. Deep breath in and out, right, wrong, good and bad, pock and pod, all 100 shorts, boys, povets, creations, bases, and beyonds. Woo! Well, all the judgments, agendas, and inventions and lies that you have you've perceived coming at you since you were probably even before 4, since you were probably like 2, maybe when you were in their mother's womb. Would you be willing to destroy and create all that?
Oh, yes, I'm ready to surpass that. Yes, yes, yes.
Deep breath in, right, wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all 100 shorts, boys, poveds, creations, bases, and beyonds. So the hiding, the hiding, and everywhere keeping yourself hidden or keeping a part of you hidden or keeping a one of your like personalities hidden or one of your authentic self hidden everywhere. You know, this reality's superficiality has informed you at some level to stay authentically hidden. Would you be willing to revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim yourself, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create that, and see who and what can emerge from you from that? See who you can be even greater now. See who you can be even in more in your I'm getting tired. Even in your authenticity now.
Yes, because it's safe to be seen.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Right, wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all 100, shorts, boys, povets, creations, bases, and beyond. Shh. And everywhere the programming was, it's not safe to be seen. Would you be willing to acknowledge that there's probably like these parts? We can call them the safety team. It's like a pseudo safety team. You know, they come out with their fire helmets and they're like, we're putting out this fire. We need to stay safe. You know, you're getting too confident. You're putting yourself out there too much. Like, come on, pull it in, pull it in. So everywhere you have these parts that want the pseudo safety team that wants to keep pulling you back from actually taking steps and being seen, or wants to pull you back and doesn't want you to reveal your true self and wants to pull you back from actually um, stepping into and owning your gifts, your talents, your potency. Would you be willing to let that pseudo safety team know, thank you for your service. I know you've been helpful up to now. I've got this. You can take a break. Go have a break. Go have a coffee break. Go have a little vacation.
Absolutely. And also, this is my mother's. This is what she would tell me. Well, no, she and my stepdad would go sometimes for close to a day, leaving me when I was 7 to 8 years old alone, so that they could go exploring and adventuring and enjoying, and would tell me that I needed to make sure that no one knew that I was there, that that it was essentially hiding it, no lights, no whatever, because I would be I would be taken away. Now it would have probably been a good thing if
Yeah.
I had been taken away, because then I would have been cared for
Right.
in a different way. But the so part of this isn't even mine. Part of it I've accepted and grown
Oh.
into this, and part of it was never mine at all.
So Would you be willing to return that to sender with consciousness 10 times?
Oh, hell yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Good.
Let's do that.
Return.
Return to center with consciousness. 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 Whoop,
Right, wrong, good and bad, Puck and Potter, 100 short stories, poets, creations, bases, and beyond. Shh. Awesome. That's so great, Catherine. That was a powerful one. My goodness. And everywhere that was their legacy, or everywhere that was like, it's almost like every, it's almost like a curse. Everywhere they cursed you that way. Would you be willing to revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim yourself, renounce, reclaim yourself, reclaim your right to be seen, you reclaim your right to like own your space, reclaim your light and your joy and be heard, seen, and felt in this world?
absolutely. I I get to reclaim my life.
Nice. Nice. Yes. Deep breath in and out. Right, wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all 100. Shorts, boys, povets, creations, bases, and beyonds. Beautiful work, Catherine. How is that for you?
I'll tell you, I am not feeling tired anymore. I'm feeling ecstatic. I'm feeling exuberant. And oh my goodness gracious, yes.
I love it. Yay!
Thank you, Carol. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you for bringing the exuberant and the ecstatic to our call. So this has been awesome. So we're moving along really well. And I'm wondering, Doreen, if you want to add anything in the chat, because I don't think I'm seeing. Oh, there it is. Great. So, Doreen, my intention is to calm my nervous system and ground myself in a new way. Do you want to come off mute? So guys, everywhere the poverty mindset, the survival is keeping your nervous system activated in a way that you can't actually take in anything more. You're actually pushing, repelling, you're repelling energy, people, money, abundance, attraction. You're repelling it because you're like your system is so activated and you're contracting. Would you be willing to destroy and create all that? Nice. Right, wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, 100 shorts, boys, povets, creations, bases, and beyonds. So anywhere that so tell me more, Doreen. And if you're okay, I'll start. I will offer you a symphony of possibility. It's energies that just shift the energy so that you can experience more possibilities. Would
Okay.
that be okay?
Yeah, that's great. So to be honest, I'm not coming from a bad place. It's just I'm starting a new job and it's a call center kind of thing. It's actually an amazing company. It's
Oh,
Lush, still Lush, but it's like an amazing experience. I just wrote on my way home all the learnings I'm getting there, which are like old programs that are just flying off. Like it's okay to make mistakes, people have your back, they want you to win, like all of that, which is not really, from my experience, not really what the work world is like usually.
right.
That said, we had 4 days of training that they used to take 2 weeks.
Whoa.
So it was jammed in. And so I feel like at times I don't know what I'm doing. Like, and I'm not the only one. Like I see the notes that we're in the same chat and people are like, the questions are asking. So my brain is just, it's overwhelmed.
Yeah, of
I'm overwhelmed. And I've got notes to read and I've got notes to read that I took. Like I took lots of notes in my training. There's what's it called? Manuals. But I'm just so full out that I don't really have the energy to even, do you know what I mean? I spend an hour in the morning, but to be honest, it's going to take more than that. And so I'm just really tired.
course.
And at the same time, I'm I've really gone through my apartment and gotten rid of a ton of things, and I'm kind of at the end, but I'm now down to like 2 IKEA bags of just crap, like just, all mixed up.
Can you come to
So,
my place?
pardon?
Can you come to my place?
Well, it's pretty interesting, but I also think the energy that's caught up in that stuff, right? Like and I used to have probably, and I'm a bit embarrassed, but whatever, I probably had about 8 or 10 bags.
Right.
I'm down to 2. I mean, that's a huge improvement.
Amazing. Wow.
But I want to be done though. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like enough. Like part of why I'm late is I took a load to Value Village. And I mean, Value Village has been a drop-off place. I put things on a free Facebook group. Like I've just been moving stuff out. But I
Wow.
think it's affecting, like, my energy is really. So I've got this new thing I'm learning. I'm getting rid of tons of stuff. Like I think I'm moving through mountains of old energy.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. And I feel very tired. Like to be honest, I sat down in front of my laptop, I turned it on and I was like, am I going to join this Zoom or am I going to go to bed? It's 8:30. Like, I'm not going to go to bed, but that's kind of was my inclination. I'm like, I'm exhausted.
Yeah. So everything coming up when you say that, can we destroy and create it all?
Yes.
Like Rock
Yes.
and Mad Puck and Pod. All 100 trips, boys, povas, creations, bases, and beyonds. And so all that you're aware of, all the energies that you're aware of, all the energies of your stuff that you've let go, and the stuff that's still in those 2 bags, and the stuff that's in the minds of all of your colleagues, and the stuff that is in your mind, and the stuff that's in the manuals, and the stuff that's in your notes, all of that. Would you be willing to release it all so you can start fresh?
Yes, that's very good. Fresh palette, fresh. Yeah.
Yes, start. Deep breath in and out, right, wrong, good and bad, puck and pato, 100 short with creation, spaces, and beyond. Shh. Mm.
Wow, that was interesting. With that first breath, it was like my heart was being squeezed
Okay. Wow. How much of a load are you carrying there?
a lot.
So would you be willing to release that?
Yes.
Nice. Whatever's ready to go, deep breath in and out, right, wrong, good and bad, puck and pato, 100 shorts, boys, povets, creations, bases, and beyond. Shh. Yeah. And that poverty mindset is like almost clenching to hang on to things. So everywhere we are at some level all clenching to hang on to something, or we have a family member inside of us clenching to hang on to something. Would you be willing to let that part go? Would you be willing to return that to sender with consciousness? Would you be willing to destroy and create that? Would you be willing to destroy and create wherever you bought that as yours when it wasn't?
Yes.
Breath
Yes.
in, right, wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all 100 shorts, boys, poets, creations, bases, and beyond. Shh. Mm.
Am I talking too much?
No, you're
Yes.
doing
Okay.
great. This is perfect.
So the other piece is I said to, because we're online and we're chatting, right? Like, we have questions and stuff. And the team leaders, I said to one of them today, man, this is a lesson in humility.
Mm.
And she said, every day I say that. And I thought, oh my God, like, and I think humility is actually a good thing. Like, because there's been a certain amount of energy, to be honest, in my life caught up in wanting to look a certain way, not wanting to appear stupid, all that stuff. And this is like, I mean, sometimes you ask the stupidest questions, the answer to, but you're on the fly and it's like, oh, I already know that, but I just asked it. Like, it's just, that kind of humility. And then the other part, which is I said I ground myself in a new way. So there's been lots shifting in my life in the last couple months, like really a lot.
Yeah, I'm so incredibly surprised. You just keep showing up with, well, this is new.
And to the point where I sometimes don't recognize myself, right? Like the older, it's like there's a bit of, and I'm not alarmed by it. I don't mean it that way, but there's a bit of like, who am I? Or I used to always be like this. What's going on? So for instance, I'm single and I would love to be in partnership, but I'm not. Well, all of a sudden, men are talking to me left, right, and center. On the street, on the streetcar, walking down the street in shops. They're smiling at me. They're walking their dogs. Are stopping and saying hello. I'm like, so the first few times it happened, I was kind of like, what? I was a bit stunned, to be honest. Well, now I'm not so stunned. I actually respond. But it's that kind of, when I say grounding, it's that I don't quite know. I feel like I don't quite know who I am. And to be honest, I don't think, I mean, we're all evolving all the time, but I don't think whatever this sped up time I'm in or how that's how it feels, I don't think it's over. Like it's moving. And I'm kind of like, whoa.
Yeah, awesome. Well said. And we talked a little bit last time and a little bit today about would you be willing to be in, a little bit of discomfort to keep yourself growing and expanding and reaching for what you desire for yourself in your life.
Yes.
So
Yes.
everything getting in the way of that, of you being willing to allow, okay, I'm changing, I'm growing, I'm learning. Just the learning process itself is uncomfortable because it's change and we don't know. So we're like leaning into the unknown as we're learning. Would you be willing to destroy and create anything getting in the way of that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, puck and potter, 100 short boys, poveds, creations, bases, and beyonds. Oh, how are you doing, Doreen?
I'm good. I'm still quite tired, to be honest. But that's not, I mean, I think I've been going full out for like the last 10 days and it's like, whoa.
So why don't we do an integration breath? We'll all do this, and it helps to integrate all the energies that we've been processing today and releasing and adding. And let's see, then we'll do a closing after that. That might actually help you, Doreen.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's
Thank
do
you.
that. You're welcome. Let's go ahead. And for you to have more ease, more joy, more possibilities, more of what you desire, more grounding and integration, more heart-centered energy, and more clarity, more authenticity, all of that, more safety within you, more willingness to shine yourself and your light. Let's go ahead and exhale all the air out of the lungs through the mouth. Mouth in and mouth out. Relaxing it all out. Shh. Nose in. Mouth out. Nose in. Nose out. Mouth in. Nose out. Mouth in. Filling to the top. Mouth out. Relaxing it all out. Shh. So nose in slow. Mouth out slow. Nose in medium speed. Nose out medium speed. Nose in fast. Mouth out fast. Mouth out fast. Nose in fast. Mouth out medium speed, 3 seconds. Mouth in medium speed. And mouth out medium speed. Relaxing it all out. Hold your breath. Press your feet into the floor. Imagine roots growing from your feet through the floor, building into the earth. Now take a half breath through your mouth. Drop your head, neck, shoulders, arms, and hands. Stretch here however you like. Breathe normally. Ooh, nice little crack. And coming back and noticing what you're noticing now. Notice if anything has shifted. Notice what you're noticing. Notice what's happening in your body. So if anybody wants to come off mute and share, I'd be happy to hear. Lucy, do you want to share?
Yeah, something has released just like that from my shoulders. It's just whoop, with the last breath, just yeah.
I love it. More, please. What about you, Doreen? How are you doing after that breath?
I'm doing my usual yawning
That's okay.
scenario. Yeah, just like one after another.
Yeah, yeah. What are you noticing now, Doreen?
Interesting. There's some sadness there.
Is it yours? Truth? Yes or no? Go with your gut. Truth? Is it yours?
I don't think so. It sort of feels like it's out here.
Would you be willing to return it to sender with consciousness?
Yes.
Do it 5 times.
Return to center with consciousness, 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 return to center with consciousness. I don't know how many that was. We'll do another one. Return to center with consciousness.
Nice. Right, wrong, good and bad, puck and potter, 100 shorts, boys, poveds, creations, bases, and beyond. Shh. How is it now, Doreen? Are you lighter? Heavier?
Yeah. No, later.
Great. Good
Thank you.
work. Nice. You guys are awesome. And I have to, oh, hang on. I'm missing something here. Catherine says, a symphony of possibilities, beautiful. Caro's suggestion in August that we practice return to sender with consciousness 10 times before night, before bed. Very helpful. Repeat Access Consciousness mantra. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Yes, that's awesome. Great. You know, and it's really lovely to do the return to center with consciousness before bed because it really prepares you for you to go to bed and go to sleep with you and your energies. And if you wake up in the middle of the night, it's a great thing to do too, because it might be some other energy that's waking you up or that's keeping, that's getting in the way of your sleep. So those are nice little tricks. And there's always more.
And those tricks work. I've been doing them.
Oh, great, Catherine. That's awesome. I love it. Thank you for acknowledging that and writing it in there and reminding us. It's perfect. And Cameron, we didn't work on your intention today. Is there anything in particular you want to share before we close? And it might be your internet too. I know your internet was wobbly. Well, we're just going to send you and your internet some blessings. So, guys,
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Yes, that's all for me.
okay. That's awesome, Cameron. Lovely to hear your voice. And so I'm going to actually continue this throughout October because I'm not quite ready to do the groups yet. I'm in the process of packing, I'm moving, I'm closing a sale in next week, next Friday. So there's just a lot going on. So I just prefer just to continue doing it this way. And come November, I'll start organizing more of a series, maybe a series right before Christmas to help us get ready for that season, that holiday. Just saying. All right, guys, great work tonight. And a big hug. And hope to see you guys next week. Yes, Doreen. Is your hand raised?
It is. I wanted to ask you something, but maybe right at the end, if I can just one-on-one, do you mind?
Sure, we can do that. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So big hugs to all of you. Have a great rest of your week, and I hope to see you next Wednesday. Mwah.
Mwah.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Are you recording this, Carol?
I am good. Hang on just one second.